Hello and welcome to this season's quarterly news round.
1094 Squadron has been busy this summer and we are back again to give you an update on our latest events.
We will summarise the last 3 months of activities such as the Gold Duke of Edinburgh's Award, a gliding scholarship and squadron run courses.
This episode will also include the personal accounts of several cadets who attended summer camp this year, providing you with a glimpse of what it's like to be an air cadet.
Finally, we will briefly cover the next 3 months of upcoming events.
July was full of fun events and courses run by the Squadron Civilian Committee and staff team.
The committee ran a tombola stall at this year's Ely Sqn and raised over £500 for the squadron. They also organised a water fight in conjunction with the staff team later that month. We are all extremely grateful for this team, without which the squadron could not exist.
The Cadet Senior NCO team hosted the Pre-JNCO course from the 22nd to the 23rd of July. 11 cadets undertook the course to advance their leadership, drill, uniform and instruction skills. The cadets then received a detailed course report, giving them valuable feedback and helping them attain the exceptional standards set by the senior cadets in the squadron.
Throughout July and August, 16 cadets attended at least one summer camp or course. The squadron media team have put together this interview compilation, which details the experiences of some of these cadets.
Hello, I'm Flight Sergeant Russell Cook and I'm here to talk about my solo gliding scholarship. I went away to RAF Sqn, which is home to 644 Volunteer Gliding Squadron. While away with 644, I learned so many skills to do with the Viking T1 glider. You start from lessons 1 to 12 in the gliding syllabus and you cover around 2 or 3 every day, aiming to go solo by the end of the 9-day course. On the 9th day of the course, which was the Sunday, I did manage to go solo. I was literally the last flight of the day. The landing was honestly the most fun part of the whole training syllabus to learn for the silver gliding wings. You have to learn the different sections of an approach and landing, and then your approach speed, which is variable to change depending on if there's a headwind or if your weight is below or above a certain amount. My favourite part of the solo was the takeoff. There's just something different about being sat in a glider by yourself and going up to 1,000 feet and just having the whole airspace to yourself. It is a surreal experience. If you ever get offered any sort of gliding experience in cadets, take it, because it is honestly the most fun and exhilarating activity you can do.
Hi, I'm Cadet Williams and I went on the Royal International Air Tattoo Camp. The Royal International Air Tattoo Camp was a week-long camp where we stayed at RAF Fairford and we just assisted in the general running of the air show there. Some of the highlights for me were meeting new cadets and going inside the plane that carried the Queen's coffin from Scotland. My personal favourite bit of the camp was being able to get up close with an F-15 and we stood under it from shelter from the rain. I would 100% recommend going on REACT. It's a great way to meet cadets from all over the country and it's just dead great fun.
Hi, I'm Cadet Ely Sqn and I attended summer camp at RAF Bournemouth. The camp is a week long. The highlights of it were probably going down to the fire station and we had a lot of fun because we squirted each other with hoses. Also going to RAF Spade Adam and seeing all the aircraft there. Another highlight would probably be visiting Alnwick Castle and Bournemouth Castle and seeing everything there. Favourite part would probably be the fire station again because we learnt how to carry out operations and also we had a lot of fun with the equipment too. I would really recommend this camp to other people because I think it's a really great opportunity to visit places and make new friends.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Warman and I'm here to talk about the Air Cadet Leadership course. I was stationed at RAF Cranwell for 7 days on the Air Cadet Leadership course. The course comprised theory lessons and 3 phases of command tasks. Each phase of command tasks would increase in length and complexity as the week went on. The course culminated in a 2-hour command task, codenamed Operation Top Dog. Each flight would compete to be the best overall. My favourite part of the course was the graduation parade hosted at the College Hall Officers' Mess. It's particularly special to me because it's the same grounds that all officers of the RAF pass out from before receiving their commission. I would definitely recommend it to all other cadets if you got the opportunity. ACLC is a once-in-a-lifetime course and is unique to the Air Cadets.
Hi, I'm Corporal Case Upton and I attended the National Drill and Ceremonial Camp. I attended camp for a week and we learnt sword drill, pace stick drill, banner drill and rifle drill. My favourite part of the camp was continuity drill. Continuity drill is where you do a drill command without any sort of instruction given and it's all from memory. Continuity was my favourite because it was something new and none of us has done it ever before. We practiced this in the evenings for about 2 hours. Over the course of the week we practiced lots and lots and the turnout was absolutely incredible. As someone who previously wasn't a huge fan of drill, this camp was absolutely incredible and I'd 100% recommend it to any cadet.
Hello, I'm Cadet Polton and I'm here to talk about my experience on summer camp in RAF Waddington. The camp was from Sunday to Saturday and we got the opportunity to get up close and look at the Red Arrows in their hangars. Being up close to the Red Arrows is a unique experience that not many people get to have. I found it really interesting and really fun because we were able to get right up close to the aircraft. And I met loads of interesting people and asked them loads of different questions about the aircraft. If you have a huge interest in aviation, I definitely recommend this camp for you because it taught me so much about planes and aviation.
Hi, I'm Corporal Monday and I went on National Air and Space Camp 2023. Over the course of the week, we had many different talks from people from around the Corps, as well as personnel from our parent organisation, the Royal Air Force. My favourite part of the week was definitely the Industry Day. I got to see the Red Arrows in the afternoon. I was also given the opportunity to talk to some of the pilots. I would 100% recommend this camp. It was absolutely incredible and I met so many different people.
Thank you very much to the media team for preparing that compilation.
In addition to Flight Sergeant Russell Cook going solo, several cadets have had the unique opportunity to fly gliders with trained RAF instructors at 2 flying training schools. One cadet remarked that the takeoff was exhilarating and that taking control of the glider was such an unforgettable experience.
These cadets had previously undertaken simulated training taught by Flight Sergeant Carter on the Squadron simulator. As a result, they also qualified for Blue Aviation Training Package badges, which were presented by Officer Commanding 1094 Squadron, Flight Lieutenant John Donoghue.
Several Duke of Edinburgh's award expeditions were completed by cadets of all ages this summer. I undertook my Bronzo expedition with 6 other Ely cadets from the 9th to the 10th of August. Our team walked approximately 10 kilometres each day while taking pictures of many different animal species as possible. This included deer, rabbits and many insect species. Navigating through many fields and forests proved to be a challenge, but we overcame any setbacks that we faced and it was extremely rewarding in the end.
Silver and even gold expeditions were undertaken by Ely cadets. Sergeant Weston recently completed her expedition and residential for her Gold Duke of Edinburgh's award. Both were a week long and required high levels of mental and physical endurance. Congratulations to Sergeant Weston, who will be meeting the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Edward, at Buckingham Palace next year.
I attended the Bedfordshire and Cambridgeshire Wing Fieldcraft Weekend from the 18th to the 20th of August. This camp involved 3 injects for each section, each containing more advanced tasks than the last. Setting up harbour areas, intelligence, gathering, camouflage and concealment, radio communications and first aid were all skills which we needed to utilise in order to complete our missions assigned. On my section's final inject, we were tasked with securing and defending a hospital from hostile forces. Although it was extremely chaotic, our section was able to settle all of the critical situations that we were presented with, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself while working with the new team. This weekend taught me so many new skills and lessons that are essential to fieldcraft, and I hope to build on them as I move through my cadet career.
On the 19th of August, I performed as part of the RAF Air Cadets National Choir at the Royal Air Force Air Cadets Festival of Music. This concert included performances from the National Concert Band, Choir and Strings Ensemble of the RAF Air Cadets and was hosted at Lincoln Cathedral. It was an honour to perform at this magnificent venue with such talented musicians. I'm so proud of myself, the choir and RAF Air Cadets music as a whole for this brilliant concert. You can find the whole thing online at the link in the description.
Congratulations to the newly promoted Corporal Case Upton, Corporal Bain, Sergeant Weston and Flight Sergeant Carter. All 4 cadets are extremely worthy of their promotion for their drive to help others, their commitment to the squadron, and their leadership.
Further congratulations to Flight Sergeant Carter, who was successful in his application to the Qualified Aerospace Instructor course. This will be held over several weekends of training next year. Cadet 1 Officer Monday was also successful in his application to the Junior Leaders course, which is centred around tactical leadership and fieldcraft. Both courses are some of the rarest and most challenging courses available in the RAF Air Cadets, so to be selected is extremely commendable.
Throughout September, there have been bronze and silver level courses to build upon the foundations of skills learnt on blue level courses.
For example, the Bronze First Aid course, which was held on the 9th and 10th of September. 3 Ely cadets passed this course after learning about the symptoms of and treatment for over 30 injuries, including asthma, anaphylactic shock, and seizures.
The following weekend, Corporal Bain, Cadet Ely Sqn and I travelled to RAF Wittering to continue our training on the L98A2 Cadet General Purpose Rifle. After successfully completing several lessons, Cadet Ely Sqn and I were awarded Silver Trained Shot and Corporal Bain was awarded his Silver Marksman.
Meanwhile, Cadet Deal and I finished our second half of training on the Initial Weapons Training course. Both of us passed the weapons handling test and can now shoot the L98.
On Sunday the 17th of September, 20 cadets were given the opportunity to go to the Battle of Britain Airshow in Duxford. The cadets enjoyed displays from the World War II aircraft such as the Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress, as well as the Red Arrows and much more.
Later in September, some of our newest cadets participated in an archery course hosted by 2461 Sawston Squadron. One cadet described how he thoroughly enjoyed learning new skills and meeting different people around the wing.
Several cadets who are qualified to fire the BSA Scorpion air rifle undertook some live-firing marksmanship training on the 25th of September. Thank you to Civilian Instructor Hodge for hosting this training.
Finally, the squadron said goodbye to a renowned ex-cadet and staff member, CI Rory Donoghue. Rory is an ex-cadet warrant officer and served in the Air Training Corps for 9 years, pursuing adventure and achieving the highest awards. He has started his basic training with the Royal Air Force at RAF Halton.
CI Donoghue has helped the squadron massively as the squadron's cadet warrant officer and then a civilian instructor, particularly with leadership and fieldcraft teaching. He has been an incredibly influential part of the squadron and we wish him good luck in his career.
Now a brief outlook on the next 3 months.
As we progress into the autumn months, classification training will become the main focus of parade nights. The first class and leading classification subjects include navigation, airmanship, the RAF, principles of flight and expedition training.
Cadet Warrant Officer Monday and Flight Sergeant Russell Cook, who are both cadet drill instructors, will also conduct lessons on drill and drill instruction.
Trials for the Bedfordshire and Cambridgeshire Wing Netball and Tag Rugby team will go ahead in early October. Advanced courses such as Silver First Aid and Bronze Communications are scheduled for weekends throughout the month.
The annual Eastern Sector Field Day competition is also taking place early in October. 1094 Squadron won last year's competition, and we are determined to hold on to the first place trophy. We will be competing against 5 other squadrons.
2 cadets have been selected for the Windermere Adventure Training Camp, which will also take place early this month.
On the 15th of October, I will be performing again with the National Choir at Heathrow Airport, in conjunction with the National Marching Band. The event is to raise money for Dream Flight, which is a charity that takes children with disabilities or serious illnesses on the holiday of a lifetime to Orlando.
And finally, the squadron is preparing for the annual Remembrance Parade. This includes practicing drill and banner drill for the parade, ensuring the squadron's uniform is exceptional and collecting donations for the Royal British Legion. In previous years, the squadron has raised over £1,700 for the Royal British Legion, and we hope to beat the record this year.
That concludes this episode of 1094 Squadron's Quarterly News Round. Thank you very much for watching.
You can always find out more information about what we do on our Facebook and Instagram, links for which will be in the description.
This has been the September Quarterly News Round. We'll be back again in December for the last update of this year. Goodbye.